Welcome, travelers. This is Go Route 66 Stories. We are in the Jericho Gap. The Jericho Gap, what is that? Well, this is the ghost town of Jericho, Texas, and the Jericho Gap was a treacherous stretch of Route 66 that was basically, when it rained, it got super muddy, and they had to pull all kinds of stuck vehicles out of the mud, and so people got tired of that. So they moved the road up to the north about a mile, and that just killed the population of this town. By the mid-1950s, it was pretty much done. But a couple, Blair and Blanca Schaffer, have bought this little town, and they are in a restoration process right now. We're gonna sit down and talk with them about their plans for this little ghost town, Jericho, Texas. I'm here with Blair and Blanca Schaffer of Jericho, Texas. So the first question, and the question on everyone's mind, why buy a ghost town?
Well, basically it started out with COVID. We didn't know how far COVID was going to go. Sometimes you could get some foods, toilet paper, things like that. And I wanted a little bit of land in case things went really south, would have a little bit of protection. So we started looking for land. So originally we was looking around Amarillo, but when COVID hit, I was like, might need a few more than just an acre or so. So we started looking for here, and they were selling this. We didn't even know it was the town. We knew of the area because I've got a lot of family buried in the historic cemetery.
I did see that, yeah.
And the second person buried in the cemetery was a Schaffer.
Okay.
And then my family homesteaded about 2 miles north of here on McClellan Creek in 1894.
Okay, so there's some family ties here.
But I didn't really know of the town because this building is really all that was left of the town per se.
Okay, so you're driving through, you see this like dilapidated building, and you're like, maybe this is an opportunity?
Well, we didn't really think of the building as the opportunity to begin with until we really started finding out that this was a full-on town. This is where the town was. Started digging up the history, found more family history in the area. I guess with great uncles that would have had a lot here. Actually, they still have the lot.
Wow.
Like
From 1900.
139 acres or something like that. Basically just a city lot. They're still paying taxes on it.
When you walked up onto this property for the first time, I mean, what did it look like? I mean, because this looks like it's been cleaned up quite a bit.
Yes,
so.
it just looked like pasture land.
Okay.
They had cows out here. They just put up a hot fence around it, and they had about 40 head out here for a month or two during the summer.
Was all of this stuff covered in just
trash?
Grass,
nature.
Well, there was grass, but people would also come and dump their trash, their tires, their clothes. I mean, when we did cleanup in 2021, there was just so much in the rooms also that we pushed out, and so people would just bring their junk out here and dump.
They just found an abandoned place and said, I'm just going to dump this stuff.
Yep.
So what's maybe some of the more interesting things you found out here?
Boots, record players, pennies.
What is that? Like a malt soda
Like a
maker?
soda machine? Malt machine?
Well, yes, it was a
because there was a
blender.
convenience store here,
right?
too,
A post office and a little grocery store.
Wow.
Yeah, that, and the really cool one that for me that was found was during our metal detecting day, and we found a huge cast iron. Actually, one of our visitors did. He kept digging and digging. Something's beeping. I know there's more down here. And when they finally got to it, it was a huge cast iron lollipop stand. It was green and it said Conoco.
Wow.
So that was really cool.
So that was Conoco, or so in this town, was there a Conoco or Texaco, or what was it? Phillips 66? I mean,
I think there was Conoco here.
Okay.
And then the Reed family had a gas station, filling station also, and they had Texaco. You could see the fire chief emblem on some of their pictures that they had. So they had 3 locations when they were here.
So you had said when I got here that this road was Main Street.
Correct.
Right? So how spread out was this town? Was it pretty compact and together,
It's
or was it a little
about
spread out?
half a mile by a quarter mile. So it went from Rock Island Railroad to what became Route 66.
Okay, and maybe you could just fill us in with a little bit of the history of this place. I mean, it was settled quite a while ago and then became a town, and then maybe you can fill us in a little bit.
So just digging through the history, the Harris family owned all of this area, and they came to homestead here. It wasn't Jericho, it was actually called Mifflin first.
Okay.
And so I haven't found out yet if this is where our stagecoach stop was here, right where the area is, or if it was across current day Highway 70. Then here comes 1898, and Mr. Altizer comes in and he buys up all of the land and decides to really build a community and rename it as Jericho. He was also responsible for bringing in the Rock Island Railroad. And
That's a big one.
Yeah, and he was our first postmaster. So in 1902 is just when everything just started. They started selling more of the land and going out and proposition other communities to move here. And it was just an overall beautiful
It was a
story.
thriving town.
It was.
Yeah.
We had schools, banks, 2 hotels, railroad, then Route 66 on the other side, mercantile stores, post office.
So let's talk about the Jericho Gap, the infamous Jericho Gap. You know, car culture had struck, 1920s Route 66 coming through here, but they didn't pave the road over here. What's the deal with that?
Well, it started out as a dirt road. So originally, what became Route 66 was a mail route from Amarillo to Oklahoma.
Okay.
And they did that a lot on Route 66. They would take existing roads and turn it into Route 66. But we were dirt at the time, and then Congress gave money to pave Route 66 in 1934. But we had 2 landowners, one close to us and one closer to McLean, that wouldn't give up their property rights. So they ended up moving Route 66 about a mile north, closer to where I-40 is nowadays. So between them moving Route 66, the Great Depression, and the Dust Bowl, the little town just dried up to nothing, and officially was no longer a town when they shut the post office down in 1955.
So how bad was it? Like, were all kinds of vehicles getting stuck in the mud here? I've seen the pictures and I've heard the
Yes.
stories. Was it that bad?
And it still is today.
Yeah.
To this day, huh?
To
So
this day.
if it's raining over here and you're driving,
You're not driving down that road.
Wow, really? It's even with the gravel and everything.
100 years later, you're still not driving down it.
Ted, who is our neighbor, he's about the only one that really has to and needs to run these roads whenever it's wet. And sometimes we just see him. You see the mud splatter everywhere. It's kind of cool to see it.
Well, what a cool story. I mean, it kind of ties into the mystique of this ghost town.
Yes.
So we're standing in a motor court, right? Is that right? What was it officially called, this place? Do you know?
It was the Reeves Filling Station and Motor Court.
Okay.
And the family that homestead here actually even had the school in Canyon named after them, the Reeves Hinger Elementary School. So once the Annie Reeves, the mama, she, everybody moved out, and so they settled up in Canyon, and so they made their claim there also.
Are they the ones that dug the first well here?
They did dig the first well here at Jericho.
With mules.
With mules.
Oh man, talk about hard work.
Yes.
So speaking of hard work, you all have put in a ton of work, and I think your plan is to restore this place, right? Bring it back to some former glory.
Right. It's kind of too far, as you can tell, kind of too far to go to truly restore, as make usable as a tourist courts again. But we are going to preserve it what we can. So we're going to re-roof it, redo the stucco, get the windows sealed up, the doors sealed up, because most of the doors are almost all gone. So we'll redo the doors, redo the windows, get them sealed up, and get the roof on there. Because if we keep the roof good and stable, this will be picture worthy again.
Right.
So do the painting, the doors and windows will be red trim, will be whitewashed again.
Very cool.
And look really, really good, hopefully for the next 100 years, because this was built in 1911.
Wow, man. So what's your vision for this whole place, for this town? What's your vision for this town and its place on Route 66?
Go ahead.
No.
It's a big one, I'm sure.
It is.
We love it.
Well, for me personally, one, I've always wanted to teach history. I've always wanted to be part of, teaching where we came from or what we did, whatever that looked like. And when we were blessed with this property, it was just one story after another. And I want, for me personally, is to continue to tell the stories of that passed down from families, because we do have elders in the community that are still sharing stories with us. And it's kind of, I feel like a responsibility and a duty to share that with the community, because we didn't know what they were. And then once you lose that, it's gone. And this was very much part of building the Texas Panhandle.
Sure.
And so this is where it ends for me. I'm gonna be here working until and then
And
you
be buried in the Jericho
and just take-
Cemetery.
Hey,
Cemetery.
we've already talked about
Moves half a mile down the road where that's our forever home.
Yep, that
Very
is.
cool.
And
So is the motivation the same for you, or do you have
Pretty
maybe
much, yes. You know, save that history because so much of it is just on the cusp of being gone. That's why doing what you're doing is so important, is saving this, getting it documented again, finding the records, because we're going from that paper age to that digital age. And if we don't get it digitized, it's about to be
it
gone.
could be lost? Yeah.
And, you know, the people that, like I said, this was built in 1911, and, you know, you're getting 100-year-old people that when Route 66 came around.
Right.
When this was around. So we're getting very few people that can actually tell us firsthand stories. So if we don't
Very
get
true.
it from them, it's about to be gone.
You gotta keep
Firsthand
passing it
knowledge.
down, right?
So we got to get it. Eventually, I'd love to rebuild these, or a facsimile of it, closer to Highway 70, and run them as an Airbnb.
So people can almost experience
Right,
what
what it would have
Jericho
been
is like. How cool
create
would
a
that
new
be?
little tourist court. And then also we had a 2-story hotel down here called Hotel Lines. It was
Okay.
a 20-room hotel down
I
by
think
the
I saw
railroad.
a photo of that. Yeah, that looked really nice.
Had a full wraparound porch, 20 rooms, and would like to rebuild that and run it more as a museum, event place, and stuff like that.
Well, so maybe bigger picture, centennial year for Route 66. What does it mean for you all to be a part of Route 66 history and American history? What does that mean for y'all?
Well, you know, I remember growing up north side, we knew Amarillo Boulevard was Route 66, but just to really actually be part of something that you've heard about, you've read about, or you've listened to the songs about, and I was like, wow, we own a piece of that. You
Piece
know,
of history,
even
yeah.
though it's a ghost town, we get to be part of the history. See, I gave myself goosebumps, and you know, and
So cool.
and just be part of it and show and tell, and whoever will listen to the stories, it's just like, I have another one for you. Let's listen, let's talk about it. It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I can hear and feel your passion for this place and Route 66 history and American history, and I can't thank you enough for your efforts and for being on our show, Go Route 66 Stories. So
Yeah,
thank you for
love it.
visiting.
Yes,
us.
we
Yep.
love it.
Yeah, I love it.
Anytime.
Great.
All right, thanks.
Hello, fellow travelers. Download the GoRoute66.com mobile app so you can keep up with all things Route 66.